bang, bang, over again. All right, that's hot. That's hot way up there. Ooh. Damn, I'm having a day now. Going home with it that day. Well, that is pretty spunky. Oh, God. We're back! Welcome back to Finnegan's Garage. Banger of an episode, a lot of things happening. Whether you're a Datsun guy or whether you're a GMC guy, whether you're a Ford person, we've got something for you this time. And if you're weird and just want to know more about my broken leg, we'll have that too. Thanks for coming back, I appreciate it. Especially those of you that went to fsmgarage.com and bought the merch, because clearly I've made some really bad decisions lately that need funding. Sold the roadkill ramp truck and then went out and bought a GMC, and at no time did I ever say the GMC was the replacement for the ramp truck, but I could see how that looks. You know, one video, ramp truck gone, talking about getting something that'll do everything. Next video, here's something with 2 less cylinders and 1,000 foot-pounds less torque that we're driving from Texas to Georgia. I get it. So to be clear, the GMC does not replace the ramp truck. That is a side project that we're building for SEMA, for our friends at Blink Sauce. And like I said, we're going to replace the ramp truck with something I can drive daily and tow the race trailer. And to that end, in this video, we went to a local Ford dealership and test drove both a 7.3 liter gas-powered F250 and the 6.7 HO diesel version of that truck, and we'll show you what happened there. That worked out really well. Didn't end up buying one because they didn't have the one I wanted, but did learn a lot. And in this video, we're also going to fix the shifter in the 510. If you remember from when we bought it, every time you go from first, which is back here, to second, you punch the dash with authority. So we're gonna work on that. We're gonna roll the new 98 GMC in here, pull the wheels off of it, and start measuring for wheels, tires, and possibly a rear end, depending on what we find under the back of that truck. Before we bring the GMC in, let's fix the Datsun, then we'll roll that out and we'll go from there. Let me give you a good visual of the pain you can inflict if you are in a hurry when you shift. Bang, 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 over again. So you drive like this. And then the knob even hits. It's no good. It's no good. It could be better. We're gonna make it better. What if it's as simple as just turning the shifter around? Step 1, remove the knob. Needs to get tied up. Ooh, that's not stock. Look, we got self-tappers holding in our shift boot. The self-tappers probably came from the same hardware store this carpet came from. Dun, dun, dun. Boom. The shifter is just held in with a C-clip down there, easily removed. And then we can get it out, take it over to the vise, and we can either cut and TIG weld a different piece on it, or we could heat it and bend it. I think we might heat it and bend it. But flipping it around backwards doesn't solve the problem. It actually makes it worse. So there's that. I heard it hit the ground. We'll be fine. Oh, so the pin won't come out all the way, which is okay because this came out. Okay, this is our shifter. We want to bend it right here, right in this area, so that we can lay the shifter back more. And all this area is under the boot. This is the pivot right here. This is the joint that goes into the socket and the tower of the transmission. Has this plastic cup right here. And we need to remove that because we're gonna heat this area here and this is gonna melt. And I think this just pops on. It looks that way. It needs to come apart anyway, it's got grit in it. So we're doing the right thing. Question is, can we do it without breaking it? How about some small channel locks to...
Looks like it's almost going.
Is it? I'm afraid.
I know.
Totally afraid. There we go. There we go. And we'll clean this out. Clean the grease off. These look like brass inserts. No problem there with the heat. All right. So what we can do is we can just put that right there and then heat this.
And pull it back to you.
Heat this and pull it back that way, yeah. Yeah, because this, yeah, that's not going to touch anything. This is perfect. Okay. And then we'll clean this out, squeeze it back together, and put it on. Oil impregnated?
No, melting.
Oh, I thought that was brass. Ooh. I might be replacing those.
Yeah.
Or running a drill through them. Oh yeah, they're both melting. All right. That's hot. That's hot. That's hot way up there.
Ooh, way up high?
Way up high. Damn, I'm having a day now. And it's not moving. We need to leverage a handle.
That's just gonna bend that tube.
Hold the table for me. I can't tell if I just bent the tube or if this actually moved.
It looked like it moved.
If only I hadn't ruined it and we could reinstall it.
They look brass to me.
They did too. I mean, we could run a drill through it and at least test fit it. No, that's all screwed up. Okay, we now need bushings. Mother. Oddly enough, my local Nissan dealer has just 2 bushings in stock, and they're the exact ones we need. So we're gonna go there, get these bushings. We might have already bent the shifter enough, so it might just be, hey, put it back together. But more importantly, everything happens for a reason, right? I didn't burn my thumb and melt those bushings for nothing. I did that so that we could have Del Taco for lunch, because we have a Del Taco and it's by this dealership. And as we said in the last video, or rather Joe said, best crinkle fries on the planet.
Second lane from right.
So, yeah. I know it looks like I screwed all this up, but really, I just wanted Del Taco. After 5 weeks of hopping on my right leg and putting all my weight on my right leg and hip are now sore constantly. And so I'm trying to avoid hopping anymore. My hope is tomorrow when I see the doc, he tells me, yeah, great, get rid of the crutches and start walking in the boot. I won't skip, but inside I'll feel like skipping. Look at that. It's like I never ruined it. That's what they like when they're new. See, had it looked like that, I probably wouldn't have, melted it with fire.
No, but they were actually like bronze color.
They look bronze, right?
Yeah.
Like, that was wild. And they had 2 here because they were returned by somebody. And there was a guy here who apparently knew the part number off the top of his head. And yeah, this was 1/3 of the price of Amazon and every other online part retailer, and we were able to get it, in half an hour. Well, let's go home and see if this works, but not until we have Del Taco first, because crinkle fries.
After our first attempt at bending this, we did move it a little bit, not much. You can see our hands still hit the dash. So we'll pull it out, take the plastic bushings out of it this time, and bend it back a little bit further.
You ready?
Yeah. Oh, check that. Oh yeah. Almost straight. That should do it.
I like it.
Yeah. I moved a lot.
And look, not burning myself this time. That's still warm. It's still warm.
Nice and cool. It goes in really tight. Go forward.
So that's first gear.
Oh, way better.
Oh, so much better. Yes. Boom.
Shift forward. Oh, look at that.
So
look how much
better.
room.
Yeah, we moved it back, God, probably 4 inches. And now the shifter is, you know, where you would be.
Closer where you'd want it anyway.
Yeah, you don't have to lean forward to use it anymore.
Nice.
Done.
Look at this. No knuckles on the dash. You don't have to lean forward to shift it. Ah, it's so much better. Time to get started and working on this thing.
Oh man, this truck is clean. We just put, I don't know, what was it 1,400 miles on it? And the last 5 hours of driving was through a storm. This thing still is cleaner than most of the trucks I've ever had in my life.
So we moved the Datsun outside. We moved the 98 GMC into the garage. If you didn't see our last episode, this is a truck we bought in Austin, Texas, road tripped it all the way back to Georgia. When we bought it, it had 12,300 original miles on it. It's got over 13, almost 14 now. It is a beautiful truck, drives incredible. And our plan for this truck is to take it to the SEMA show 2024 in Las Vegas, Nevada, and do a bolt-together build that pretty much anyone at home, after you win the lottery and buy all the parts, could pull off. The stance, the wheel and tire is going to be very important because we're not going to alter the body. We're not shaving anything. We're not doing some crazy custom paint job. We want to stick with the work truck vibe, but if you do the stance right and you nail the wheel and tire fitment, that's just as good as a custom paint job in my book. So today what we've done is Joe brought the truck in, jacked it up, pulled the wheels off. We are replacing a set of OEM polished aluminum ones. Actually, I think they're clear coated, but they have 235, 75, 15-inch Firestone Destination tires on them. These are about 28.5 inches tall. We have measured the wheel well in here. We don't want to cut the wheel well out of the bed. We want to leave it stock. You've got about 12.5 inches of room there from the inside of the lip to the inner edge of the inner fender. This is outboard of the leaf spring by about 1/4 of an inch. It's even further to the frame rail, but we're not going to get into that area because that would require cutting out the inner fender, which we don't want to do. So with 12.5 inches of room there, I'd feel fine putting an 11.25 inch wide tire in here. And with body roll, with going around corners, with hitting bumps, it shouldn't rub. But the other thing we need to do is measure the rear end from wheel mounting surface to wheel mounting surface, because this is a factory 10-bolt rear end. It will not live. We're going to put 1,000 horsepower under the hood of this thing. We're going to beat it like it owes us money. That rear end ain't going to last. So we're going to replace the rear end with one from Quick Performance. We're going to switch to disc brakes. We're going to gain a clutch type differential that will do 2 wheel peels instead of 1. There's a lot of good reasons to do this. Might even be lighter once we switch to disc brakes. You know, you get rid of these cast iron drums. So we'll measure this, then we'll go hitch up the Tundra to the trailer, find out how bad that doesn't work, and then we're going to head to a Ford dealer. Do science for you guys. We're actually taking our enclosed trailer with us to the dealer, which is awesome because not a lot of dealers will let you hook your trailer to a truck. It looks like mounting surface to mounting surface is 65 inches. You know what we could do is plumb bob the inner fender lip and drop it down and get a measurement from the fender lip to the mounting surface. That would be helpful. Yeah, to go from here, plumb bob straight down, and then measure over to here. Because then that will tell us, if you do that on both sides, that tells you how wide the bed is from there to there. Then it also tells you the relationship between this edge and that edge. 4 3/4.
Actually, no, it'll be 4 3/4.
All right, so 65 from there to there. Would you grab my notepad and a pencil from up there? Equals, what did I say? 4 3/4?
4 3/4.
4 3/4. All right. And then we'll go to the other side and check that just in case there's a difference.
A little difference.
Yeah, it might be offset. All right. Glad we measured because the rear end is offset that way. On the driver's side, it's 5 1/8 from that lip to the brake drum. Now this can go back together because we need it to stay in one piece. And then we can go test trucks.
All right. Can the mighty Tundra pull the 28-foot all aluminum trailer? I mean, it should. The trailer's not that heavy. Question is, can Mike back it up?
I just realized I gotta change hitches.
Oh, we gotta flip the ball.
Almost crashed on my crutches just trying to get back here. Oh, I had the 2-inch ball out. Oh, because I hauled the car trailer last time. Okay, so this is the right hitch. Is it at the right height? If it's not, no big deal. We can adjust it up and down.
Well, let's put it on there and squat it. Yeah.
I'm so curious about this. I mean, the thing, like, it's got a great engine. I mean, it makes over 400 horsepower, I think, 400 foot-pounds of torque. It's a 2021 Toyota Tundra 4x4. Last year of the iForce V8, I think is what it's called. 5.7 liters. It's a small block, basically. And the next year, 2022, they changed the body style and went to turbo 6-cylinder power. And I was a little concerned about first year gremlins, yada, yada, yada. So I bought this New Year's Eve 2020. No, New Year's Eve 2021, I bought this. And it's been a great truck. You know, but I haul small things with it. Motors, an open car trailer, you know. The bed is always full of something, but I've never hooked a 28-foot enclosed trailer to this. And I don't know how well that's going to work out. It does have a brake controller, so I don't know. Let's find out. Let's try it.
You know what its tow capacity is?
We'll hitch it. No, I don't. So I've owned a lot of Toyota trucks. This is my second Tundra. No, this is my third Tundra. And I've been buying them as daily drivers because they just, knock on wood, don't break. And I've never needed more towing capacity than whatever this thing has to date. But we've also never hooked this thing to it. So we're going to find out today. We're going to hook this to that, put the rubber duck in it, and then go drive around and find out, you know, can I keep on trucking with this or do I need another pickup? Because my overall goal with all of this was to have one truck that could do everything. Take the kids to school every day and be reliable, but also when we need it, haul this trailer. Right there.
This is a weighted hitch. It tells you how much weight you actually have on your hitch. And if it gets in the little red zone, you might not want to do this.
Is the truck still running?
Yes. Oh, here we go. Squat, squat, girl.
Still going down.
Yep. Bumper's crushing my foot.
Oh my God. Still going down. I bet if you crawl under there, there's no shaft left in those shocks.
Okay, that's it. And it looks like it's at 1,000 pounds.
1,000 pounds of tongue weight?
Yeah, I don't believe that, but.
Well, there's no car in it.
True. I wonder if that will take some of the weight off.
I think it's going to get worse because the engine would be ahead of the axles, right?
Just barely.
Let's load the car in and see what that does to the tongue weight. There's no car in there and it squatted this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think this truck is meant to tow this.
Should we just go to the Ford dealership?
Dude. I mean, yeah, you could put airbags on it, right? Which would level it, but I don't think the chassis, I don't think the rear end, I don't think this is rated to tow this trailer. God, how much tongue weight is on this thing? I mean, it's a lot of trailer. It's 28 feet long.
Yeah. And it's only 2 axles.
Yeah, and you have all the cabinets up front and the generator and the battery and
Tools.
And if you put the car in there, it's only going to get, yeah, this is not the truck for this. All right, we'll drive to a dealership while you read the owner's manual and find out what is the towing capacity of this truck. This is cutting it, dude. All right, here's the deal. We're outside the shop. The Tundra not going to be able to move the trailer safely. Well, I don't know that this one will either, but I feel like it's going to do better. Joe, tell us about your hot truck here.
This is a 2014 Ford F250 Raptor, 6.2 liter. Pretty much stock except for suspension components. It's got King shocks all the way around it, King bump stops in the rear, Deaver springs in the rear, billet upper control arms, 37-inch tires. So it towed the old trailer, which was a lot heavier than this one before.
That was a 30-foot steel trailer. It did tow it.
Yeah. So we'll see.
I feel like this could work. And what we're going to do today is tow the trailer to a Ford dealer about an hour from here and test drive a 7.3 liter gas F250 and a diesel F250. For those of you that are just joining us, this is a 28-foot long aluminum ATC RoM 550. And bought this in December direct from ATC. It's an incredible trailer. Way lighter than my 30-foot steel trailer that we used to haul the drag boat in. But we, hooked the Tundra to it and it bottomed out the shocks. So this is not the lightest thing on the road, even though it's way lighter than most trailers because of the almost completely aluminum construction. The only non-aluminum thing in this is the tongue jack and the wood floor. I opted for the wood floor in this trailer because I wanted the rubber coin on top. And if you get the rubber coin, you have to have the wood underneath. Otherwise, you can have a full aluminum extruded floor too. So.
Yeah, let's see what it does to this, because we might not take the trailer at all.
I don't know, you already hauled the 30-foot steel trailer with the drag boat in it. I feel like the thing I wonder about your aftermarket leaf springs, I know they're designed for more travel. Are they also much softer?
Yes.
So they don't carry as much weight as you could have from the factory then. Silly Baja truck. Actually, it's really not squatting much.
Oh, it's squatting.
Oh, yeah, it is now. Oh, wait. All right, it's off the ground. Now it looks like every other pre-runner in SoCal, dude. All you're missing are the white fenders up front that nobody ever paints.
I know, right? Oh, we're not even touching the bump stops yet.
No? Sweet. No. All right, let's put the car
I
in.
have all the travel of the bump stop, so, okay.
One of my other favorite parts about this trailer, and this is brand new for ATC, is the tongue storage compartment, which is fantastic. There's so much room in here. So we got wheel chocks.
Gonna have chairs in here in a minute.
We're gonna have chairs in here. Our shore power cord all goes in there. So, can he start it, ladies and gentlemen? The CRX seems to be the one car that only my wife can get to run. It's been sitting for a few weeks. It's carbureted. It's missing a choke, so we got all that working against us. Can he do it? This is how far away I am. Should I get closer? Will me being in a closer proximity yield satisfactory results? Will my presence make the car run? I don't know. Let's find out. We need wifey here, dude. We need wifey here. Hey, try closing the choke. Hey, look, there's that car. I won't show you. Not today, Satan. Not today. Oh, man, I'm rolling backwards again. Damn it, stop. 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 Our floor is not level. I'm rolling backwards. Oh, no, now I'm going forwards. Oh, I heard something. You can do it! There we go. Solid. Yeah. All right.
Horsepower, baby.
Oh, sounds mint.
All about 65 horse.
That's generous, dude. I don't know if it's got that much. There's 64. But that car, the one we're trying to get in the trailer, ooh, that's a spicy meatball right there. Wall mount for the straps.
Oh, it makes life so much easier.
Yes.
Everything stays organized. Oh, let's see.
All right, we'll strap the car down and head to the dealer. Squats a little bit.
I'm in South Carolina now.
It doesn't look that bad. I mean, it is squatted, but it doesn't look nearly as bad as the Tundra did. All right, let's go test drive a new truck. This truck, 2014 model, and a 6.2 liter V8, is supposed to make 411 horsepower at 5,500 RPM and 434 pound-feet of torque at 4,500 RPM, which I think is plenty on flat ground to move the trailer. I don't know how it would do up a hill. Has a 6-speed transmission. It is 4-wheel drive. It is a awesome truck that you have tastefully upgraded with things like a Lawrence GPS, rigid lights, I think, all over the place.
Baja designs.
Baja designs, all right. And then King coilover suspension up front, Deaver long travel leaf springs in the back. Like, this thing was not built to do what we're gonna do, but we're gonna do it anyway.
It was built to go play down in Mexico,
Yeah.
which it did a lot of fun. Mexico, California desert.
We're a long way from there,
Yes, we are.
but I feel like this is gonna get us to the dealership. This morning, my wife was like, "You're buying a truck, aren't you?" And I'm like, no, we're test driving. She's like, "You're coming home with a truck." I was like, "No, baby, we're test driving." It's true, I already test drove the GMC Denali, and now I'm looking at the other option, the Ford. I'm not considering the Ram at all, because I'm just not into them. But I told her, no, I'm not saying I'm coming home with a truck.
I mean, technically, we did leave your trade-in at home.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the trade-in.
Not that they can't send someone to the house to pick it up.
Trade-in's sitting in the driveway. Should we go home and get the trade-in? We're going right past the house. I have a 2021 Tundra that I'll be trading in, and then I sold my Raptor truck, and at first I thought I could get away with a half-ton truck, but I hooked that trailer to my Tundra and quickly found out I can't do that. So now we're on an F250, and I'm curious, what does it feel like to drive it? And actually, before we hitch it up, we should drive it around the parking lot real quick, see how rough is the ride with no trailer.
Yeah.
Because 90% of the time I won't have a trailer hooked to this thing. So.
Yeah, let's do that just around the block.
Okay.
That trip I described to you,
Yep.
we can get up here on that route, and we can just hang a right, and it'll bring us right back around.
Okay.
Give you a chance to stop and start and accelerate a couple of times.
All right, we'll do that, and then we'll hook up to the trailer.
Yeah.
All right, so speed bump. It feels just like my Tundra does over a speed bump. So no rougher there. I like the feel of the steering wheel. Whatever this material is, this is nice. It's not slippery. So this is a 2024 Ford F250 3/4 ton, 7.3 liter gas motor, and this is a Lariat model, right?
That is correct.
And it's 4-wheel drive.
4-wheel drive.
Okay. That is pretty spunky.
Oh, God.
It's a little bumpy, but it's not awful. Like, you definitely feel like you're in a big truck.
Yeah. Most of the time in these kind of trucks, they actually ride more comfortable when you have some weight on them.
That makes sense.
Weight in the bed. And sometimes, not a lot, but correcting air pressure in the tires slightly can alter that.
I noticed we have over 60 PSI in these tires right now.
That'd be for your hauling when you had a good bit of weight in bed.
So are they like 10 or 12 ply tires or something?
They're just regular, I think, 6 ply.
Okay. How well does the Apple CarPlay work in this thing?
It should be spot on.
Do you mind if we connect to it?
Don't mind at all.
Search for your vehicle on your device and select it once it is found.
Is it this one? Ford F250. There we go.
Yeah.
And does this have the 14 speaker crazy stereo in it?
No, that's the B&O Ultimate. That's the one with 18 speakers, subwoofers, tweeters.
Right. Oh, we need that. Oh, and you can control the audio from here. Oh, that's cool. It's got a pretty good exhaust note. That's great. I can hear it behind us, but I don't hear it, here, which is nice.
Keep that drone and that sound out of the cabin.
Yeah. I like the seat. The seat is definitely more comfortable than my Tundra seat. The Tundra, half-ton truck, rides smoother than this, but the seats are so firm that it doesn't feel smoother by much of a margin. Well, I've got a pretty good feel for what it would be like to live with this every day. So when you're ready to get to the trailer, we can do that.
All right, we'll be back there in just a minute.
All right. I was curious if it even squats when it hooks up. I don't think it's going to.
It's squatted maybe 3/4 of an inch so far.
Yeah.
Not even that much. Oh, it didn't even. They don't even know that's on there.
That's funny. Okay, so now we have our trailer hooked up. What do we do here? It's detected a new trailer. Do we add it? Distance to empty will be updated based on your trailer. No way. So it'll modify the fuel economy based on the fact that there's a trailer back there. That's cool. I've heard these have built-in scales now too.
Some of them do. This one don't, but yeah, they do. They're available in the tail light.
That's cool. Okay, everybody, we've been around the block. It rides good. I could daily this. It's a big truck, but it's got a good turning radius. I feel good about it. Now we need to find out how well the gas motor will tow the trailer. It's fully loaded, all the race fuel, all the tools right now, the car's in there. I think there's probably, we need to scale it, but there's probably 10,000 or 11,000 pounds back there. And we're off.
What that does is climbing up the extreme steep hills and going down keeps the transmission.
So you can slow down using the transmission. Oh, that's cool. And the speed bumps are still bumpy, even with the trailer. Not much change there. At low speeds, it moves the trailer good. It takes off good. So it must make some torque down low there. Well, it gets moving, no problem. That was, I don't know, quarter throttle? And are you okay if we get on the highway and climb that hill?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
All right, cool. All right, so my foot's on the floor now. 40 miles an hour. It gets moving. It definitely gets moving. Man, I like the butt cooler. The seat air conditioner is nice.
Yeah, that comes in handy. Sometimes you get in, you got the air going full blast, but you're sweaty and stuck to the seat before you cool off.
Yeah, Can you remote start it and have all that stuff turn on?
You can. If you get out and you have those items left on,
Okay.
it'll be working.
Oh, wow. That's cool. Trailer sway control. What does that do?
If the truck picks up that the trailer sways more than 3 times, it's going to start actively tapping the brakes on each wheel, and it may even retard the timing to slow it down.
It'll independently brake each wheel?
Yeah.
Whoa.
But they've had that for quite some time on Fords.
I did not know that. Because as a driver, if the trailer starts swaying, usually the solution is not to brake because you don't want to hit both brakes. It's to accelerate and pull out of it. But
Yeah.
I guess if you could independently tap a brake to counteract the sway, that's cool. I didn't know it could do that. Wow. All right, on the floor. Let's see what happens here. That trailer is good. Like, I can barely feel the trailer kind of moving around back there. Taking off from a stoplight, I can definitely see where the diesel would accelerate better. Once it's moving, though, like, I'm going to purposely slow down when I get to this hill and then have to accelerate up it. Once you're moving, this thing works good. All right, so we're going 45. Now let's try to accelerate up a hill. Yeah, it will accelerate up the hill. All I need now for these are a supercharger for this big block. Or a turbocharger or something.
A turbocharger might be a little easier on the internal parts of it.
The gas motor is great as long as we never get a bigger trailer. Yeah, we're on the floor right now. I think we need a diesel. I think I just talked myself into a diesel. Thanks for showing this to me, though. That was very, very educational. You can absolutely get by with the gas motor, but I think you're just wringing its neck all the time with this trailer. All right, so now we're in a diesel 2024 F250. What's the price difference between the diesel and the gas motor if everything else was the same?
That gas engine, most of the time on the numbers, you'll see about $12,000 difference.
Okay, less for the gas.
Yeah.
Okay. So another 12 grand is going to get you whatever we experience right now, which is probably a truck that hauls butt.
Yeah. On this one, that's your Jake brake. That's your hill descent.
Really? So hill descent, you're going down a grade, just hit it and it'll, instead of riding the brakes,
Yeah. It'll downshift every time you touch the brake pedal.
and the Jake brake, that's an exhaust brake.
Correct.
So it'll physically slow the engine RPM down.
Right.
Does it make a cool noise when you do it?
It's not like the big trucks.
Okay. But similar principle, you can go down a mountain without riding the brakes and overheating those.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And I've been through that scenario one time. We bought some Christmas trees up on the Beach Mountain, North Carolina.
I was just there a few weeks ago.
Decided to haul some back themselves.
Yep.
I would never do that again.
I drove up to the top of Pikes Peak in a old Chevy Biscayne. I think it was a 69 or 70. Four-wheel drum brakes. And on the way down, the brakes overheated and we lost the brakes. And had to bump it up against the guardrail to stop it on the way down. That was when I learned.
I don't know about now, but when we went up there years ago, there were a lot of side roads and the roads were at an angle like company side roads coming up this way. So the people's almost out in front of you before you can react.
Oh, that's scary. This truck sits up a little higher. Is it the tremor package?
Sets up 2 inches higher.
And is that a suspension lift or just bigger tires?
Oh, suspension.
Oh yeah, this thing is funky. It just went from 10 to 40 pretty easily. This truck actually rides better than the other truck. I wonder why.
I think it's because it's handling that weight better.
Bigger sidewall on the tire too, maybe?
I wouldn't attribute all of that. I'd attribute it to the suspension.
So it's the tremor, right? Different suspension? Okay. At first glance, I was like, I don't want an off-road truck because I don't want it to ride worse. But this is actually seems to be riding better. The other truck, the handling or ride quality rather didn't change much with the trailer hooked to it. This one, it's much smoother with the trailer hooked to it. Yeah, it makes so much more power. And it's actually quieter than the other one. And that's something. Diesel that's quieter than the gas motor I just drove. So we're getting on the highway right now, and we're going 50 up a grade. You can barely hear this engine. So I'm gonna slow down a little bit and then get on it and see what it's like. Is this the HO diesel or the regular one?
This is a high output.
This is, okay. That's interesting. It has boost cutout. My foot's on the floor and it keeps shutting off and then going again. That's interesting. So it looks like the gauge goes to 40 pounds of boost.
Yeah.
When it gets to like 38, so watch, my foot's on then it just shut off and dropped down to 20.
Yeah.
It's like the wastegate keeps opening and closing, or the blow-off valve or something. Wow, that's interesting. So you start accelerating, you're like, yeah, this is great, and then it goes brrr. Well, that was educational also. Who would have thought that the off-road package rides better than the regular truck? Man. And the diesel was impressive. Really was. The boost cutting out was that was strange. But it's weird. It did some weird stuff. The tremor, this truck, the off-road package, rides way better than the stock truck did.
Brakes better?
No, rides better.
Oh.
Like way smoother, way softer. You know, I which is the opposite of what I thought. I thought the lifted truck would have rode worse. No, it's better. Like on a daily, I'd rather drive this than drive that black one.
Yeah.
Way more power, but it has a governor. So when we were on the highway and I matted and I went to pass you, it gets up to like 38 pounds of boost, and then it shuts off, drops back down to 20, and you go, ugh, and then it turns back on again and you keep going.
Really?
So it's like governed at 70. It didn't want to go any faster, which was strange to me.
That's really weird.
Yeah. But beautiful truck. Really nice truck, man. It's been an educational day.
Yeah.
I've learned so much. I've learned that you could do the V8, but you're going to wring its neck out. And that the diesel for towing seems like be the way to go. But I am curious, thank you, about that part of it. Turning on and off, that would drive me nuts trying to go up a mountain. You know, like, because there's places where you can tow at 80 miles an hour through Texas. Right. You know, through Texas, through New Mexico. And this, I don't know, that would drive me up the wall trying to climb a mountain like that.
Well, maybe he's got an answer for it. What was it doing?
Well, first off, it rides better than the stock truck. Way better.
Okay.
Like, I would daily a Tremor before I try to daily a stock F250.
Okay.
So that was a big surprise. Way more power, but it has like a governor. So when you're climbing up the grade up there, mat it, and it goes to like 38 pounds of boost, shuts off, falls back down to 20, and then does it again. And they kept doing it as I was going up the mountain. And I was like, it wasn't even a mountain, it was like a hill. And I was like, that is weird. And so up until that point, it has way more power than the gas
tow
motor.
mode?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Glenn, did you put it in tow mode? Was the tow mode on? It wasn't? I wonder, it's probably that.
You think that's what it is?
It's guaranteed. It probably seemed to load on the transmission and didn't know. Yeah, I guarantee that's what it was.
Mm.
You want to try it again?
I kind of do, because I got to be honest, it was disturbing.
Yeah, for sure.
You want to go for a ride?
I'll ride with you. Yeah.
So earlier when we were same area when we were climbing that hill, I floored it and that flashed.
Yeah.
And you could feel it do something, and I'm like, are we really spinning the tires? And it didn't feel like it, but it was flashing anyway.
It was probably borderline.
Yeah, it might have been.
That would be impressive to spin these tires with a trailer on there.
35-inch mud tires.
Yeah. Like, go forward. Man. Oh, now the heads-up display is on. That's the first time I noticed it. I think, my glasses ruin it.
It's gonna
Showing you
heads
the
up
speed
display.
limit.
It does, yeah.
That's sick.
It's showing me the speed limit and my speed.
Oh, word?
Yeah, that's going to save me from a lot of tickets. So it's much smoother now, and the boost isn't trying to go to 38.
Spiking like that, huh?
Yeah, the boost isn't spiking,
yeah.
and the truck is
It
faster.
changes the shift patterns and everything on it.
Yeah, now when you floor it, it's not dropping 3 gears like it was before.
Maybe turn traction control back on and then punch it and see if it does that. See if,
Okay.
because that's what traction control off.
All right, here we go.
Now this is it on. Nope.
Now.
Yeah, that was our issue. The computer.
So now let's take it out of tow haul real quick.
Take it out till you twist that drive mode. Go to your right. That'll be normal mode.
Okay. So now when I floor it, oh, that's weird. It's not doing it. Before it would drop.
It didn't drop like it did before.
Yeah, it would drop
Probably
gears.
You weren't as much of an inclination when you did it do it earlier whenever we first punched it.
It was when we were
Yeah.
climbing the hill.
Yeah. So right there, I don't think we're as much of an inclination. It had to have been the computer adjusting for it not being a tow haul.
Huh.
Yeah, it ain't doing it now at all, huh?
Wow. Yeah, it's a different truck now.
Change your mind now, huh? I didn't like that look here. I was like, what?
Well, I was like,
Satisfaction right there.
I was like, oh man, it does some weird things.
That was my first go-to was tow haul mode.
That's what it's doing right there.
So
So it was.
You want to drive it without tires?
It was flashing. It was trying to spin the
I
tires.
guarantee you, it's trying to spin the
So on the highway going up the hill, it was trying to spin the tires.
Yeah.
Whoa.
without the tow haul mode on.
Wow.
As soon as you put it on tow haul mode, it changes the shift patterns where it's not the power input. It's like the boost by gear. So it's going to change the delivery on every single gear.
It's making some beans.